So I usually know what day it is, but I also rarely know what day it is, and I wasn't sure why. I kept hearing that it was Wonder Woman Day today, but I looked it up, and it actually makes sense for it to be Wonder Woman Day today. It is the anniversary of, I guess, her first publication. If you're interested in her first publication, um, if you want to go the fictional route, there's the Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman movie. And if you're interested in a more nonfiction version, I recommend Jill Lepore's, what's it called? The Secret History of Wonder Woman. Um, I believe that's what it's called, but it's something like that. And those are both very good. They both tell essentially the same story in different ways. Maybe experience both, like I did. I have this DVD. I will eventually get the first Wonder Woman movie, but I had a gift card and when this one came out, and I actually like it more. I know that the first one is probably technically better in most ways, but I'm not. I origin stories. The only one that I really like is the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. Other than that, I'm not a big fan of origin stories, especially a character like Wonder Woman. She's kind of like Thor. Um, she's a god, but she's also very childish god because he has less of an excuse. She's been sheltered by the, the people of Themyscira, and so she kind of has a, like Thor in his origin story, she's kind of a noble dope throughout her movie, which can be funny, but and often is, but it's just not something that appeals to me. In this movie, 70 years later, her character, she's an art restorer. She's kind of in the opening scene. We have a scene of her being Wonder Woman, just on patrol, and but mostly for the movie, she gets to be the kind of hero that she is, which is one who's been around for a long time, knows a lot. She has to fight in the first movie to demonstrate that she knows. For instance, there's the bit where she can read the language of the thing that the men are talking about, and they are reluctant to let her even in the room because she's a woman. And whereas this one, she's investigating. She's like there's this ancient rock that they have to learn about, and it turns out to be a problem of a thing, and she's got to read the ancient languages. She's got to track down certain things in pursuit of all the magical mischief that's happening. She's got to figure stuff out, and she can because she's an immortal. She's been around for, I guess, 1,000 years. I'm not exactly sure how old she is, but she gets to be that. Experience is a superpower, and knowledge is a superpower that she doesn't really get to use as much in the first movie that she does in this movie. So that's one of the reasons I really like. I like it better. And since it's Wonder Woman Day, and I started doing the movie review thing after Wonder Woman came out last Christmas, I wanted to just say a few things, give a few reasons why I like it, because I feel like a lot of people they have a lot. They make YouTube videos with a lot of reasons why they don't like this movie. I think this movie has gotten a lot more hate than it certainly than it deserves. I mentioned I like the kind of hero that she gets to be, rooted in her mythology. Like, she tracked down that armor that belonged to the Themysciran who left Themyscira at an earlier time. I forget exactly what the reason was, but the character played by the original Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. So you see kind of that she's been busy. She's been doing stuff, and it's been educating herself not only about the world she inhabits now, but her own, where her own world has traveled out. And I still say that Patty Jenkins could adapt Herland, the novel Herland by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, into a Wonder Woman adjacent Themyscira set movie that it would be an adaptation of the novel, but it would be in the Wonder Woman universe so that it, could get funding. And I think that would be a great thing. I will always keep saying that. I also, in this one, I think that Pedro Pascal gets enough praise for his performance, but Kristen Wiig, I love Kristen Wiig in this, and I enjoy Kristen Wiig, but I'm not the biggest Kristen Wiig fan. But I love that, and when she was cast in this, I kind of rolled my eyes because I didn't understand who Cheetah was. But seeing her in it, and even some of the trailers, some of the parts of the trailers that she was in, I got to really like her, not only because she does a great job in the role, but because this is the sort of role, because of the nature of it, it's kind of a dark side Cinderella transformation, not rags to riches so much as nerd to prom queen, and it's the kind of role that they would normally cast a traditionally stunning Barbie doll actor to play, and then they'd make her look, not as appealing in a traditional sense, more nerdy, more geeky. They put big glasses on her and frizz up her hair and have her act like Kristen Wiig does naturally. Kristen Wiig, her caricature that she does just in general, but uses as a kind of a baseline for a lot of her characters, is awkward and is kind of uncomfortable. And so what I'm saying is they would normally hire someone to approximate that energy. Kristen Wiig has it naturally, and it goes nicely against Gal Gadot. Is on the other hand a very strong and soothing presence, and she can be funny and awkward, but she's so there's that contrast that wouldn't necessarily be there if it was someone who was just playing that energy. So I really like Kristen Wiig in it. And I don't mind the body swap quality. It's probably the thing that deserves the most criticism about the movie that it gets. So it deserves the criticism that it gets. The idea that she doesn't, when she wishes for Steve Trevor to return, he doesn't just manifest. He inhabits somebody else's body, and it is an unforced error. It doesn't enhance the plot that that's the way that it happens. But I feel like I've seen it happen so many times in other movies that for this to be the one where I take issue with it, maybe never do it again unless there's a point to it, like with that the Freaky movie with Vince Vaughn, which wasn't great, but stuff like that where it's horror and it's and the point is this shouldn't be happening. So maybe don't do it again the way that it's done in this movie, but I don't fault the movie for it. I just accept it as part of the movie that I really like. Also, something I really like, this cover. Now, the cover of the DVD of the original is just her yellow background with the whip. It's cool. It's mighty. Looks like a comic book. This is fun. This is like an Animorphs cover. And speaking of Animorphs, she's wearing the golden armor. She's got the golden wings there. I will also say again that Disney, while it's doing the live-action remakes, should do a live-action remake and / photorealistic remake of Rescuers Down Under, so that this kind of special effect can be applied to that golden eagle, and it would look really cool. So those are just a few thoughts. Let's see if I have any more while I'm here. But I wanted to celebrate Wonder Woman Day by, and I will probably read some of the comics. I read one comic that I got on Free Comic Book Day once. I'm not really into comics in general, so I haven't read much of the Wonder Woman comics, but I would like to explore some of her origins, maybe read some of the very first and see her evolution. Maybe if there's a top 10 Wonder Woman comics listicle out there I could look at and just get a sense of her evolution through comics. I really like her in not just her own movies, but in Batman v Superman. She's one of the reasons that I go back and watch Batman v Superman, and I like her in both versions of the Justice League movie, although I like her where her character seems to be going more in the theatrical cut, because I feel like that one with Batman kind of, he's talking like he wants to retire, like he's on his way out. It feels like after convincing her in Batman v Superman to rejoin the fight against evil, it feels like in this one he's saying, I'm not going to be around. They need someone to, lead the Justice League. You're an inspiring figure. You can be an inspiring figure. And I feel like that's kind of lost in the 4-hour version that was still quite good, but that came about more recently. So, yes, happy Wonder Woman Day. Give this movie another chance. Maybe reevaluate it. It's got its problems, but all movies do. It can be a lot of fun. And as someone, I forget who, said, this is the Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot's Superman 1 movie, the first, like their version of the first very goofy, very ridiculous Christopher Reeve's Superman movie. I look forward very much to Wonder Woman 3, and beyond that, I think I don't know if they're planning to do more than a trilogy. I don't know if there's going to be more Justice League, but I look forward to seeing what more is done with Wonder Woman in the future. Wonder Woman 1984.